In the red corner, that's Lalitha POLIPALLI, 17 years old. Beat Kosei Tanaka of Japan, 12-11, so a narrow win in the previous round. Had yesterday to rest, as did everybody else. And of China, that's Bin Ulv, 18 years old, beat Andy Cruz Gomez of Cuba, 16-13 in the quarterfinals. Two boxers have made it to this stage from India. Let's have two from China, and there's POLIPALLI's record in the competition so far. So pretty much had it all his own way until that final quarter-final bout last time out. That would have been a nerve-wracking affair, waiting for the referee to raise his hand. The referee stopped the competition against William Tanko in the opening round. Ulv lunging in really with the right hand, and then a couple of punches put together by POLIPALLI, all taken on the gloves. Popping out the jab, POLIPALLI, and then following with the right hand. A little bit cagey in the opening stages, unlike our previous light flyweight semi-final. Trying to work to the body there, Ulv. May have scored to the body there, POLIPALLI, with the left hand. Both with that tight high guard, you very rarely see anything else. In amateur boxing, it just does not pay to hold those hands low. Referee just telling off the Chinese fighter a little bit there for bending a bit too much at the waist and dipping the head too low. Does like to crouch nice and low in that stance. POLIPALLI very much an orthodox fighter. Chinese opponent switches a little bit between southpaw and orthodox. Let's go that right hand on the back foot, and then a wild right followed by a left, and has a little habit of just shaking a glove every time. I think he feels he may have scored a point, just an indication to the judges ringside possibly that they might want to press that blue button. I'm sure that will have absolutely no bearing on anything, but maybe just a slight superstition, a slight ritual that Bin Ulv has fallen into. Into the last few seconds of round one. How have the judges seen this? Well, low scoring, 3-2 to the blue corner after the opening round, and you can see all of those scores are really very similar. Just the one judge scoring no points at all for POLIPALLI in the first round. As I was explaining previously, 3 of those scores from each judge will be selected, and they will be the 3 that are closest. So one of the judges certainly gave it 3-0, 2-2-2, so the 3 2s would have been selected for that fighter, which was POLIPALLI. Those 2s added up, of course. Come to 6, you divide them by 3 again, you get to 2. So I think you get my drift now of how this works. It can, of course, be the event of a tie at the end of the 3 rounds, in which case it goes to count back, which is something I will enlighten you upon should it become necessary. So a slight advantage for China going into the second round, and it's a little bit more open at the start of the second 3 minutes. Neither boxer really let his hands go in that first round. Understandable. 9 minutes is a long time. It might not seem like it, but it is when you're in there. POLIPALLI, more than his opponent, likes to occupy the centre of the ring. Lands a good shot there, but on the way in was maybe caught by Ulf, who's got a good habit, a good technique of throwing punches off that back foot. And that was a nice left hand as well. Looked to go straight through the guard of POLIPALLI. Misses with the right cross. POLIPALLI's punches don't quite have the snap of his opponents, most of them being taken on the glove by Bin Ulf, but at the same time, every now and again, one does look like it's getting through. Most of these shots from both fighters really concentrating on the head, neither going to the body too much, which of course is a bigger scoring area, bigger surface area to hit. Well, that was maybe a little bit low. The referee had a good look at it. Referee just making that point, I think, to Ulf, that he needed to keep those punches up a little bit more. And that's good crisp work from POLIPALLI, but again, the guard was high, the guard was tight, they were taking on the gloves. These have to be clean punches. That's a nice little uppercut from the blue corner. The punches have to be clean, not blocked in any way or deflected. Bell goes for the end of the second round, and how the judge has seen that one. Again, it's a fairly low-scoring affair, 4-2. 7-4. Now China leads against India. And in the context of the bout so far, a 3-point lead is going to be something that will be difficult to overhaul. Fatigue, though, can start to play a part here. That's a nice right hand. That would have been a scoring shot for POLIPALLI, but both of those would have been as well for Bin Ulf. Right hand to the side of the head, followed by the left, straight down the middle. Little slap on the cheek there for POLIPALLI from his corner. The Indian fighter really does have to try and force the pace in this final round now. But that was good work from Bin Ulf, as POLIPALLI did try and do just that. Managed to get a couple of potentially scoring shots away himself. And again, he does like to wave those gloves when he feels that he's thrown a good punch, when he feels he's thrown something that should impress the judges. And really what he needs to do for the remainder of this bout is stay away as much as he can. Wasn't really landed with the knuckle part of the glove, that. It was more with the open hand. Does have to be the knuckle part of the glove. Goes downstairs. Thumped a left hand into the body. POLIPALLI trying to work off that jab now a little bit more. The loser of this, of course, is already guaranteed a bronze medal. But he does do that well, fighting on the inside. Just past the midway point of the third and final round. Quite a lot of support for the Chinese fighter in the rows behind me. Just covers up, takes those punches on the gloves. He's tried that uppercut a couple of times, but the left hand was effective. Into the last 30 seconds. And POLIPALLI may have to pour the pressure on here, although of course we don't know how the judges have seen this. He doesn't want to get too reckless. Just backpedal slightly to get a little breather before the final 10 seconds, which has been counted down around me. Bell goes, and a little bit of resignation there, I think, from POLIPALLI as he heads back to his corner, kicks the canvas. There wasn't any great celebration from his Chinese opponent. 7-4 up going into the final round, so there's nothing that can be taken for granted here, that's for sure. The winner will face Murodjon Akhmadaliev of Uzbekistan, who was a clear winner against Jade Bornier of the Philippines.
The winner is in the blue corner.
And it is Binov by a margin of 13-8, so won that final round 6-4. Work to the body there. That right hand would have been a scoring punch. And he just had a few more ideas, I would say, than POLIPALLI. POLIPALLI really a come-forward fighter, coming forward in straight lines most of the time.